In the case against Casey Anthony, WESH 2 News has obtained dozens of subpoenas issued by prosecutors.
All of the people served are now required to be ready to testify against Casey, including her own parents, brother, and grandmother. WESH 2's Bob Keeling joins us live from the Orange County Courthouse with more on what the state hopes to get from some of these key witnesses. Bob?
Yeah, Martha, we can tell you each one of the subpoenas issued has special significance in the case against Casey, and there's one in particular, this one, a subpoena issued for her brother, Lee Anthony. When Casey Anthony's murder trial starts October 12th, her family will be legally required to be ready to take the stand against her. WESH 2 has obtained copies of the subpoenas George Anthony signed for on December the 12th. That's just a day after Kaylee's remains were found. One subpoena for himself, his wife Cindy, and their son Lee. Prosecutors hope to get from the Anthonys that they never met, saw, or talked to the babysitter, Zenaida Gonzalez, who Casey claims kidnapped Kaylee. Ex-boyfriend Tony Lazaro, the man closest to Casey at the time her daughter disappeared, has told investigators she lied to him about where Kaylee was. Casey's own grandmother, Shirley Placea, has also been subpoenaed. Placea sent her daughter Cindy emails suggesting that Casey was lying and involved in Kaylee's disappearance. There's a subpoena of Keo Marie Cruz, Casey's childhood friend, who will testify the two used to hang out in the wooded area where Kaylee's remains were later found. Brian Berner is the man who saw Casey backing her car into the garage and borrowed a shovel from him a couple of days after investigators believe Kaylee died.
Mama, Papa.
Even employees of the Mount Dora nursing home where this last video of Kaylee was taken are now under subpoena as state witnesses. Now, a final important note in all this, his lawyer says that the fact that Lee Anthony has now been subpoenaed will give him immunity from anything he might say during his testimony in the case against Casey. There had been concern that Lee might be facing state charges, but his attorney, who is also a former prosecutor, says he thinks that charges are less likely against Lee now with this subpoena. Reporting live at the Orange County Courthouse, Bob Keeling, WESH 2 News.
WESH 2 News just learned tomorrow's hearing in the civil case by Zenaida Gonzalez against Casey has been canceled. Her parents, George and Cindy Anthony, agreed to give sworn depositions as long as the media does not carry it live. Lawyers will give us the tapes of those depositions after they happen. Gonzalez is suing for defamation after Casey claims a babysitter by that name kidnapped Kaylee. A date for the Anthony's deposition should be set sometime tomorrow. Count on WESH 2 and WESH.com to keep you up to date on the case against Casey Anthony.